Okay, hello everyone. Hello class again. Janae Wills, and I am here with Matthew Peale, and this is going to be the professional instructor that I'm interviewing for my research proposal. So I'm just going to go ahead and let him give you a brief introduction of who he is with you guys.
Great, awesome, thanks Janae. My name is Matt Peale. I've been a personal trainer since 2008. I've been a trainer in Southern California as well as here. I've owned a business called Peale Nutrition, and currently I'm also training at Snap Fitness here in Hattiesburg on Hardy Street. So as far as my athletic background, I've played soccer my entire life. I played soccer on the USM club team back in the early 90s. That's kind of been the sport that I've grown up with. But I'm also an NPC physique competitor, and I competed in my first NPC show earlier this May at the Pine Belt Showdown in Peale. So exercise and fitness has always been a big part of my life, and now I enjoy making an impact on others and helping them change their lives.
Okay. And so he just mentioned that he does make the impact on others. So that's what I'm here for today, because I'm doing my research proposal on, as you guys know, the effects that regular exercise has on mental depression. So he's dealing with clients on a daily basis, and I know he monitors them. But before we get into that, Matthew, I just want to ask you to give everybody kind of a background on when did you first really truly dedicate everything you had to fitness and to a healthy lifestyle?
That's a good question. I've always worked out since I was 18, like I said, but been playing sports my entire life. But truly, when did I find out that working out was my passion and that something that I could really do and again make an impact was in 2008. And I was looking to actually open up a nutrition store with my best friend from high school, and he went to Southern Miss with me in Mobile. And so I got my trainer certification at that point in time. That didn't quite work out with the finances for that, but nonetheless I was a trainer, and I started working for a company called 24 Hour Fitness in Laguna Hills. And from there, just my eyes opened as a trainer to my own workouts and how, what I did beforehand, and knowing now the science and why and how the body operates took my own workouts to a whole new level, and then able to, again, we talk about making a difference and helping others change that and change what they were doing. And that's really, from then, it really took off. And then when I decided to do the physique contest last year around this time, then it really changed, because then you really understand the importance of nutrition, not just exercise, but marrying those together.
Okay. Well, I definitely heard some characteristics. I could definitely tell caring and passionate. But why don't you just give us kind of, during that time period before you began this, really wrapping up your healthy lifestyle, how were you? Were you ever aggressive? Were you ever depressed, mentally down? And I heard you make a statement about finances. So, what mental status were you in?
Oh, life has ups and downs.
Right.
The seasons of life match the seasons out there. Everybody has a winter, right? And how do we handle the winters is really what makes our character and builds our character. So, how did exercise play a role in it is, it's better to go to the gym, better to work out, better to exercise. It actually helps keep your energy levels up. It helps your attitude and your mood because you feel good. Right? Natural endorphins are released when you exercise.
Right.
And when you look at yourself in the mirror and you see a good positive result from being in the gym, you feel better about yourself. And you're generally around positive people in the gym because they're there wanting to change themselves or constantly improve themselves. So it's just a great environment to be in. Instead of, it's easy, drown your sorrows in a bottle, drown your sorrows, into some pills. A lot of people do that, and sometimes you do need medication to help you. I'm not going to say medication is never needed, but at that point, was I aggressive? Yes, I was very aggressive. Short-tempered, very competitive in what I do, but and again, always worked out. But I think exercise, a lot of people don't understand the mental aspect of it and how important it is to have a good attitude. And when you are lifting, you have to pay attention to what you're doing. Exercise, fitness also exercises the brain. The brain is a muscle. So the more you use it, obviously the stronger it gets. And so fitness is a big part of it. And I think fitness has helped me not go off into those deep ends of depression, not go off into those deep ends of massive anxiety. We all have it, but how do we handle it? And finding that positive outlet and coming in here, releasing that steam, releasing that pent-up energy, is a lot better than hitting the bars all the time.
Right. Sitting at home thinking
Sitting
about
at home
it. Right.
Thinking about it.
Okay. So have you ever, starting with any new clients, have you ever experienced, or have any of them ever openly express that they are mentally depressed to you? Have you ever had to deal with anyone, or did you just ever notice anyone with extreme, just, low confidence?
It's more about low confidence and self-esteem. Always ask people, why do you want to make a change? It's always to look better and to feel better. Those are the two reasons that people say. And no one has openly come out to say, yes, I'm clinically depressed or anything like that. But in talking and building relationships, you find that out. That's why they're here, because something's going on. They're not happy about their appearance, which then reflects upon their attitude, which then reflects upon the mood and their relationships with people. So, it could be because they got a wedding coming up, or maybe on the opposite end, they just got divorced, right? So they've got to kind of get themselves back on the marketplace. And everything in between definitely affects their state when they start. And then as they transition through, and then they see the changes in their body, they see how much they feel better. They see, the clothes starting to loosen up, muscles they might not have used before. And then it changes how they view themselves, how others view them, and just builds.
Right. Well, I can definitely co-sign on that, as I used to be one of his clients myself. So, well, with that being said, about how many clients are you currently working with on hand right now?
Right now, I have about 3 clients, and here's Tim, the owner of Snap Fitness, coming in.
Hi, Tim.
Hi.
Right now, I have 3 clients that I have on an ongoing basis right now, and it's really made a major impact on them. One lady, before she started working with me, she already lost some weight, but since she started working with me, now that she lost weight and lost inches, but her strength has increased, and she's doing things in the gym she never even thought about before.
Right. That's great. That's a good start. So, anyone who somewhat is afraid to reach out and take that step forward, what encouragement would you give them? Because they feel self-confidence with themselves, that negative image. But what would you tell them to do so they can feel confident enough to at least make that first step and change that lifestyle, so they can then change that mental state?
Right. I would say take things in small steps. You didn't wake up one day 60 pounds overweight.
Right.
Or I'm just depressed and I can't get out of bed. Right? It was a step. It took days and weeks and months and possibly years to get to that point. Well, it's going to take that to regress back or progress back. So if you take that attitude of literally it's one step at a time, then you can set up your small goals. And once you achieve the small goals, and then you set new goals, and you set new goals, and you set new goals, and some of the characteristics of goals have to be measurable, they have to be specific, and they have to be obtainable. So just to say, I want to lose 70 pounds. Great, how are you going to do that? That's where someone like myself as a trainer can come in and say, look, well, let's start up here. Let's just find out what's going on with you mentally, build a trust, build a friendship, and then take you where you need to be. And that's really what trainers, I'll plug a little bit about being a trainer, that's what trainers are about. It's not just about, oh my God, I have to put out all this money, but you build a relationship. All my clients are still my friends.
Right.
And that's why I think what makes a difference in a good trainer and someone that can guide you and take you out of your depression.
I definitely agree. Okay. Well, you mentioned before, I heard you talk about the endorphins and the hormones that are released. That is the point that I'm making. Now, with this research proposal, you guys know that we can't really use lab equipment and things like that. So it's we're going off things that are objective. So what I kind of told my class were those points that you made. Most people who have depression, they will take, medicines and things like that block those negative feelings. But the same thing happens when they work out, and the opiates are released into the bloodstream, and then that blocks those neurotransmitters, causing the pain and the hurt against themselves. So Matthew, he is on the same page with me on that. So just your initial thoughts and responses on my specific research question, how does regular exercise affect mental depression? What would just be a raw statement you could give for us?
I would say you hit it right on the head. It helps with the neurotransmitters. The natural release of adrenaline and endorphins will give you a natural high. We've heard the runner's high. What is the runner's high? The runner's high is release of endorphins, release of adrenaline. The adrenal gland is stimulated by exercise, which then works in conjunction with the pituitary gland, which is the master gland in our bodies. So as you're exercising and those endorphins are released, and you have a physical response and you have a visual response as you see in yourself, that's a huge part. Then your your neurotransmitters are up. Everything works very well, for you in regards to wanting to continue. And if you don't have to pop pills,
Right.
you feel better.
Right.
And I can't tell you how many clients I've had that are so excited when they stop taking medications.
Yeah. Naturally, what they're teaching us in our ex-phys classes is that one medication leads to the next medication leads to the next. So.
Right. It was just kind of funny just talking. You have a upper to counteract the downer, and then another upper to counteract that downer, and then it just builds on top of each other. And I think that's why, honestly, the state of Mississippi is in this current condition. We rely on medicine when it's a lifestyle. Lifestyle can change a lot of what's going on in our state.
That's funny that you mentioned Mississippi because they're specifically targeting Mississippi because we are second obese now behind Louisiana.
Oh, we are now.
Yeah, we're behind Louisiana now.
Someone else beat us out.
But we are first in the most unheavy state in the United States.
Well,
We're in first place.
there's a correlation.
Exactly.
There's a correct correlation to that. And,
Yeah.
and education, too. We're not very high in education,
Right.
and that all comes together.
Mm.
When you educate yourself about lifestyle, then you'll make better choices.
Right.
And a lot of people don't understand it's the choices. As you know, when we talk about weight loss, and when people go to the grocery store, right, they're pushing the cart. They are using their hand to reach off of the shelf and put that item into their basket.
Right.
They're going to the cash register, reaching into their wallet, using their money that is earned from their job to pay for that food and put on the shelf in their house.
To buy that cookie.
To buy that cookie, to buy those Debbie cakes, to buy that fried whatever it may be.
Right.
So, does someone have a gun to their head telling them to do that? No. That's voluntary. Right. And when people accept the responsibility for their actions, instead of trying to point the finger on someone else, that is the marketing TV, it's you.
Well,
Then we can make a difference.
Yes. Well, it was very well said by Mr. Peale. So I just want to thank you for being here with us again today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And I got some great pointers, and he really, truly made this research proposal feel like it's going in the right direction. So thank you guys for listening. I'll be in touch with you, class.